Just when it seemed like the drama between Claressa Shields and Papoose could not get any bigger, a new and shocking claim has changed everything. Claressa's cousin has stepped forward and shared information that could completely shift how people see the situation. According to sources close to the family, these claims are being taken seriously and are not just rumors. It is alleged that Papoose may have been taking advantage of Claressa in ways no one knew before. This has caused a lot of tension within the family, with people feeling confused, upset, and divided. Conversations that were once private have now turned into emotional arguments. What started as a simple conflict has grown into a much deeper and more complicated situation. With new details continuing to come out, many believe this story is far from over and could still take an unexpected turn.
Everybody else that say that they her best friend, they is not her best friend. They are there for an opportunity. They are using her for an opportunity. And the moment that they can get their opportunity, they're no longer going to be around her because they have their opportunity.
The morning after the shocking claims from the cousin, things did not calm down at all. In fact, the tension only grew stronger. Claressa Shields was reportedly unable to relax, pacing around her home and replaying every detail in her mind. Each word from the accusation seemed to echo in her thoughts, leaving her feeling overwhelmed with a mix of anger, confusion, and disbelief. According to sources, she kept going over old messages, financial records, and past conversations, trying to figure out if there were signs she had missed. She allegedly felt hurt, especially because she believed she had trusted Papoose completely. People close to her tried to calm her down, but the situation had already taken an emotional toll. At the same time, Papoose was said to be handling things very differently. Instead of reacting with strong emotion, he reportedly stayed calm and started reaching out to certain family members and friends. According to insiders, he carefully chose his words, sharing his side of the story in a way that made others question the cousin's claims. Some people described his behavior as strategic, saying he seemed focused on controlling how the situation was being seen by others. The family quickly became divided. Some relatives stood firmly by Claressa, feeling angry that anyone would take advantage of her trust. Others were unsure what to believe and began questioning whether the cousin's story might be exaggerated. Conversations that were once normal turned into arguments, and group chats reportedly became filled with tension. Every message seemed to make things worse, with people defending their views and refusing to back down. At one point, Claressa reportedly confronted Papoose directly. Witnesses claimed the moment was intense, with emotions running high. She questioned him about everything, asking if he had been using her or hiding things from her. Despite the situation, Papoose was said to remain calm, responding in a steady tone and denying the accusations. This contrast between her emotional reaction and his composed attitude left many people unsure of what to think. Meanwhile, the cousin continued to share more details in private conversations, adding to the confusion. According to sources, they claimed that Papoose had influenced certain decisions in subtle ways over time. These included financial choices, public appearances, and personal matters that may not have seemed important at the time but now raised concerns. Some family members began to look back at past events differently, wondering if there had been signs they overlooked. The tension was not limited to the family alone. Friends and people in their wider circle also became involved. Many felt pressured to choose a side, while others tried to stay neutral but found it difficult as the situation grew more intense. Even small interactions like a simple comment or a quiet reaction were being closely watched and analyzed. Claressa, according to insiders, started to take a more careful approach. She began saving messages, documenting conversations, and keeping track of anything that might help her understand the situation better. It was clear she wanted to protect herself and make sure her side of the story was heard. At the same time, she appeared more determined than ever to regain control over her life and reputation. Papoose, on the other hand, continued to move carefully. Sources say he avoided direct conflict when possible, and instead focused on influencing how others viewed the situation. Some people believed this made him look confident, while others felt it raised more questions about his intentions. As days passed, the situation only became more complicated. Family members argued more openly, and trust between them started to break down. Some people defended Claressa strongly, pointing to her history and character, while others felt unsure and waited for more information before making a judgment. The cousins' claims continued to play a major role, keeping the tension alive and adding new layers to the story. At another gathering, things reportedly reached a breaking point. Claressa once again confronted Papoose, this time in front of others. Witnesses described the moment as extremely emotional, with raised voices and visible frustration. She demanded honesty and clarity, while he maintained his calm approach and stood by his version of events. The room was said to feel heavy, with everyone aware that the situation could explode at any moment. Attempts to mediate only seemed to make things worse. People who tried to step in often found themselves pulled into the argument, forced to take sides or defend their opinions. The division within the group became even more clear, with relationships being tested in ways no one expected. The cousin remained a key figure throughout all of this, continuing to provide information and encourage Claressa to look deeper into the situation. Their words reportedly gave her more motivation to keep pushing for answers. At the same time, they also added pressure, as each new detail made the situation harder to ignore. Outside of the immediate circle, the story continued to spread. More people began talking about it, sharing opinions and trying to figure out what was really happening. Some believed Claressa was being treated unfairly, while others questioned whether there was more to the story that had not yet been revealed. Through it all, Claressa appeared determined not to back down. Even though she was dealing with strong emotions and a difficult situation, she seemed focused on finding the truth and protecting herself. Meanwhile, Papoose continued to act carefully, watching how everything unfolded and choosing his next steps with caution. At this point, it was clear that the situation was far from over. The cousins' claims had started a chain reaction that affected everyone involved. Trust had been shaken, relationships were under pressure, and the story kept evolving with each new detail. People close to them believe that what happens next could change everything. Whether more information comes out, or someone finally provides clear answers, the outcome remains uncertain. One thing is clear, though. This is no longer a simple disagreement. It has become a complicated and emotional situation that continues to grow, leaving everyone watching closely to see what happens next.